Okay, so this is the SockIO kit, where you have our SockIO, which is an Arduino R3 compatible board, our Animate Shield, sound sensor, and cables. Basically everything you need to run the electronic side of your projects. So first, let's look at the control board. So on the bottom is the Arduino compatible board, and on top is what we call the Animate Shield. So the Animate Shield has 3 knobs. There's a record button, a play button, and 3 connections for servos and a sensor connection. And for fun, we have an RGB pixel that listens to the 3 knobs to do red, green, and blue colors, and you can mix them. So one thing to note about this board is we put code on it for you. So you don't have to have a computer, you don't have to load code or get into the coding side of things right away. You can plug this thing in and use it right out of the box. So let's see that. First thing you need is this USB to DC power cable. And the important thing is to not plug it in the bottom, because that'll only power the bottom board. You got to plug it in the top here. So we can do that, and then we plug it into our USB power source. So that could be one of these power banks, or like a brick that you use to power your phone or charge your phone, that sort of thing. So we plug it in and turn it on. Now we'll see right away, we can adjust the colors with the knobs, and if we want to now, we can hook up our servo. Now we'll just look at it here really quick. So the 3 connection points up top are D8, D9, and D10. So D8 listens to the first knob, D9 listens to the second knob, D10 listens to the sensor connection, which is A5. So that's going to listen to a sensor. In this case, we're just going to hook it up to D8. So we can see right away our motor moves. Now if we want to record some animation, we can click record and click it again to stop, and then click play, and away we go. And one other little feature you can do is if you hold record while it's playing and turn the first knob, you can adjust the speed of playback. So sometimes you have to tweak just the play speed. So that's the first mode. So the second one, like I said, if we move our connection down to D10, and then we take our sensor. So for example, this right here is a sound sensor. What's important here is 2 things. We have the S, V, and G pins. So S is for signal, which is the orange wire. V is for voltage or plus, and brown is for ground or negative. So that's the connections that have to be made in that direction. Next we have this little blue connector here, which is the sensitivity adjustment for the sound sensor. So not every sensor has this. So if you use a little Phillips screw bit that's in your kit, you can turn that clockwise to usually put the sensitivity all the way up is the best. Now what we can do is hook this up the same way as the servos on the A5 connection and turn it on. And what we're going to notice is if I talk, the servo is going to move automatically. So this is a lot of fun because you can make projects that react to sound, light, pulse. There's all kinds of different sensors that use analog connections like that. So there you have it. That's our control board and all the things that you can do with it right out of the box.